Y'all are watching Firewood on the Hill. My name is Matt. If you've never been here before, thanks for stopping by. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Today we got a little something different. We were doing some bundling, but that's not what's different. What's different is I have a new bundler. I have the Amish bundler. Here it is in all its glory. When I first received the bundler, we had some issues with a few things, but after reaching out to them, they were quick to fix it and sent some parts and all that good stuff. So we are in good shape. The bundler, I think now is $785. They went up from the original price of like $648 or something like that. You do have to pay for shipping, which my shipping was $350. So I have a little over $1,000 in the bundler itself. But we're definitely going to put it to work and get our money's worth. Today we were bundling some nice grade A bundlewood ash here. Ash is cash, and this stuff is nice. You can see how nice and clean it is. But I have a 12 bundle delivery coming up tomorrow, so I'm gonna go ahead and bundle these guys and throw them in the truck over here so that we are ready for tomorrow. So without further ado, let's get to bundling. All right, so we got it set up. We got the 12-inch wrap here, my razor, and then my flyers that go in it. So let's go ahead and get a bundle going. We're gonna raise it. Here we go. I'm definitely gonna have to make something to hang this cutter because I have a feeling it's gonna keep dropping. There goes one. As you can see, it's the first time doing this, so I gotta work some kinks out. There's one, two. I'll put my flyer in. Three. And four. And there we are. As you can see, I got the tent out because it is hot as Hades out here. That's one piece right there. The one thing I got to figure out is adjusting how tight I want this wrap, because to get it started it's super hard, but when it wraps it doesn't wrap it super tight. So I got to figure that out. I don't know what I got to do with that. That's one, two. 2, 3, 4. I also got to kind of figure out the size that I want again, because this is a little bit different than my other bundler. Because my other bundler is more narrow width-wise, and then I would just take it high, where this is more wider width-wise. Alright guys, and just like that, 12 bundles are done. We got them loaded up in the truck. 3 rows of 4, that's 12 bundles. My first impressions on this is it's awesome. You know, we're all about saving time, right? But what we don't think about is how much energy it's saving as well. So I just did 12 bundles. I'm like, oh, that's nothing. I can go all day doing this. You know, I'm not, constantly doing what I was doing before bundling, which took a lot of energy. I mean, just pulling the plastic tight was really hard to do. I mean, it was so hard to do that I asked Sadie to do a bundle just to see if she can do it, and she couldn't do it. So the fatigue part, it's just like using a splitter with a hydraulic lift. Like, it makes it faster, makes it easier, but also it doesn't fatigue you as much, and that's huge when you're out here doing big numbers. So that's one thing that I'm really impressed with. I felt like I hadn't done any work bundling like I would before. This thing is a lot cheaper than other bundlers, and not to say it as a bad thing, but the reason for that is because it is using thinner metal, just less quality than the $1,500 ones, which I'm totally fine with. Going into making this purchase, I thought it would be a little bit better quality. But like I said, I'm happy with what I got. It is what it is. It does what it needs to do, and that's all that matters to me. But if you're all about having something high quality, the best that you can be, there's a reason why the other bundles are, almost $1,000 more. So that is my 2 cents on that. I am not knocking this at all. I'm just telling it like it is. 2 things that I did have to get used to was the size of the cradle for the bundles. The way I have it set up, I have it 16 inches. I might move it in just a tad bit because some of my pieces were a little bit short. It was only 1 or 2, but it was enough to make me realize that, hey, maybe I should move that in a little bit to help with that. And the other thing is to keep the bundles tight, you have to tighten this bolt right here. I don't know if there's a bolt on the end of this, and it's got a spring to pressurize it, to make it springy. Well, you turn this in and it tightens is how it wants to hold it, how tight it wants to hold it. And the tighter you screw it in, more pressure it puts on the wrap, so it pulls more when it's wrapping. Well, it's really hard to start it, and I don't know if that's just mine and how I've set up, but that is an issue that I could see if I had Sadie wanting to bundle, if she could even get it started, because it is that tight. It's just one thing I'll have to play with. If anyone else has this issue or knows a way around it, let me know, because that's the only big issue I have with that. Now, another thing that I learned was with the flyer. As you saw, I didn't do the flyer after like the first 4. First of all, it's going to the same person, so why use flyers? I could save my money there. But also, it really slows down the process when you're wrapping, when all you have to do is just keep going 2 more times and you're done, versus having to stop, get a flyer, put the flyer in there, and then wrap twice. after that. So those are my initial thoughts. All in all, it was awesome. I can sit here and bundle all day, which I'm going to do. But now we are ready for that customer tomorrow. The reason why they wanted 12 bundles is because it gets free delivery. But with this person, they are actually 38 miles from me, which I only do free shipping up to 15 miles from me. So they will be paying me an extra fee to do this, which is great. And that's one thing that a lot of people don't take in when they're talking about making money with Firewood or any other businesses. If you think about it, if someone pays you an extra $25 to take it somewhere, you just made $25 extra just for riding. You know, it's not anything you're doing out of the ordinary or that's making it harder on you. Or if they want you to stack it, you know, you make some money there. So those little add-ons really make a big difference. I mean, shoot, I'm almost not doubling my money, but I'm getting a pretty penny for riding over there. First of all for gas, but just my time in general. So that's something to think about when you are selling wood and you don't actually deliver. Maybe you should get in delivery and all that good stuff. I want to thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe. We'll catch you next time.